Welcome to this video. Today we will see different points of view related of what exactly life is about throughout the narratives of Tuesday with Morrie. Explained from the perspective of Morrie Schwartz, a retired sociology professor who is dying of ALS that shared his life lessons at Mitch Albom, the author of the book, and Morrie's former student who reconnects with Morrie in his final months. I want you to please to see the meaning of life through Morrie's hibiscus plant. Still blooming beside him and his body weakens, becomes a quiet yet persistent symbol of life's fragility and beauty. It reminds us that life, like a flower, doesn't last forever and that its value lies in how we witness and nourish it. Hence, Morrie says, devote yourself to loving others, devote yourself to your community around you, and devote to creating something that gives purpose and meaning. Throughout our encounter, Morrie teaches Mitch through consciousness, pity, and the importance of living with purpose. Therefore, Morrie says that in life there can be more than just pursuing material possessions like the rich athletes with whom Mitch works, because a job and money can fill his days, but Mitch will never be satisfied. Also, Morrie emphasizes that humans' common mistakes are overlooked simple but meaningful acts such as listening deeply, forgiving freely, and giving full attention. Morrie's perspective reframes life not as a ladder to climb, but as a cycle to honor where meaning arises in how we give to others and remain faithful to our true selves. Death and acceptance. Death can be seen as a candle's final glow. Instead of imagining death as a snuffing out, Morrie sees it as the candle's brightest moment. It is in knowing the flame will end that we feel its warmth most intensively. For that reason, to Morrie, death doesn't strip life of its worth. Instead, it sharpens our understanding of what truly matters. In doing so, he shows that letting go isn't a sign of defeat, but a form of deep wisdom. Once you learn how to die, you learn how to live. He doesn't shy away from the reality of his condition. He meets it each day with awareness and presence. Fear gradually gives way to calm by confronting death directly. One can discover how to truly live. In our society, we can notice that most people avoid thinking about death. On the contrary, Morrie chooses to face it head-on. Accepting death, then, isn't about giving up. It's about forming a conscious relationship with life's temporary nature. And in doing so, learning to live more fully and freely. The importance of relationships and love. While a lot of people see independence as the ultimate goal, Morrie believed that real fulfillment comes from depending on each other. For him, love wasn't just a nice extra in life. It was the core of what makes life worth living. He made it clear that without strong, meaningful relationships, people feel lost or disconnected. It's not about chasing success or status. What really gives life its richness is the love and connection we share with others. Morrie stated that, love each other or perish. It means that love isn't optional. It's what keeps us human. He also believed that love only works when we are willing to be vulnerable, to really show who we are and to let others do the same. That kind of honest connection is what brings lasting meaning to our lives. Detachment from materialism, individual culture, and values. Morrie challenges the false promises of the culture around him, especially its obsession with money, youth, all-world success. He encourages Mitch and us as readers to step back and build a personal culture based on thoughtful values like kindness, compassion, and meaning, not what's pushed by media or society. He puts it plainly. The culture we have does not make people feel good about themselves, and you have to be strong enough to say if the culture doesn't work, don't buy it. Morrie practices detachment, but not by avoiding emotions or pleasure. Instead, he enjoys what life offers without letting those things control him. He allows himself to feel sadness and pain, but he doesn't hold on to them. This kind of detachment brings clarity, the ability to experience life fully without getting overwhelmed or distracted by what doesn't truly matter. It's about living with depth, not distraction. As a last reminder, I would like to illustrate it with the following metaphor. Materialism as a helium balloon. It lifts you briefly, gives a rush of elevation, but you are always at the mercy of the wind. Values, on the other hand, are like anchors. They keep you grounded in storms. Thank you for watching!